Hey guys, I wanted to show you my MARCONI model 166. This radio was made in Canada. I was doing it for a friend. It's been the radio from hell. This is not the original knob. I lost the knob that goes with this radio. It's in my shop somewhere, but I gave up looking for it. So, any of you guys watching this video, if you have a knob for a MARCONI 166, I will pay very good money for it. And all you have to do to find my email is N1YNI. Just Google N1YNI and you should be able to find my email, or you can get in touch with me by YouTube. But if you got this knob, I'll pay good money for it. Let me tell you a couple of things about the radio. It was the radio from hell. Took me a long time to do this radio. All these buttons were completely trashed. I actually have the old buttons somewhere, but I don't know where. Oh, I will show you them. What did I do with them? Anyway, doesn't matter. I had to refabricate all these buttons, and I did it out of wood. Took a long time to make the little slots in the back, and it was just horrible. The speaker was horrible. I wanted to get a recone. I couldn't get a recone. I couldn't find a cone small enough to fit the voice coil. The voice coil on the speaker is like an inch wide. So we got it fixed in a different way, but redid the whole dial. The dial was completely refabricated. I hope you can see it. Looks good. Let me show you how it plays.
And nothing else that I know of.
Right now I have it on broadcast.
Fire of your love. Send forth your spirit, and they shall be created, and you shall renew the face of the earth. Let us pray. You can't hear your local radio station. Having that app is so great because you can still.
I see. I was finally diagnosed.
David, why don't you ask me some questions and we'll stop for the news and come back and see if we can give her an answer if we don't have time before the news.
Times. Maybe an X factor in this game. He's entering the floor.
Let's go to the phone.
Crashed straight into the car that his wife and child were in.
In some cases, it's not an actual film critic that likes to make sure they're doing what they're doing.
I've been talking with Keith Craig, who is the director.
Écrit des livres, etc., pour que Christian, pour le monde, soit vu un petit peu différemment de la manière dont il est vu.
They could expect one of Osama bin Laden's sons.
February weather is cool.
Says they work after 5 years.
Trading technique, daily market report, at no cost to you. Again, just leave me.
Sitting at your feet is where
856-400. Morganplants.com. That's 631-385.
Please literally go back around the
You got into some early foul trouble. How did you...
50 callers, right?
to be a man.
For over 10 years, I think we could help you too. What people like best about the three-step plan is...
I'm Neil Jackson. Plenty of history at Daytona International Speedway on Sunday, starting with Danica Patrick, the first female to be on the pole. As the race neared its end, Danica was still in the hunt.
Jimmy Johnson takes his Chevrolet to the bottom of the racetrack. Dale Earnhardt Jr. will look to the inside, look to the outside, but he will not get it done.
Okay, that's the broadcast band. Picks up pretty good. Now these 4 buttons you can pre-tune a particular station. The stations that I tune these buttons to, I tune them to during the day. So they may not come in that good during the night, I don't know, but you can actually hit.
Junior was second. Here's Johnson on the win.
We worked real hard.
What did you do then? We talked to a plastic surgeon. Answer a lot of questions about plastic surgery.
Free of defense.
Security guarantees will be a simple defer.
The Peter Tilden continues.
Steps in to the room. Literally rushes the 2 women.
3 of the event, and also on her resume, the
Okay. Let's see how it sounds on shortwave.
Usted está en sintonía con Radio Mana.
Contradictory to the teachings of the church. Please help me as I have not been able to find anything. Sincerely, Anne.
Well, and there's a lot of erroneous ideas about the... Because the Episcopalian Church is a part of the Anglican Church. Anglican Church is the Church of England, and are now coming into full communion.
Chemyakin para los versos y las canciones de su amigo entrañable Vladimir Vysotsky.
Yuri Bashmir tiene fantasía suficiente para nuevos programas, y el público de Sochi tiene... her again and said, I would call the police if she steals it. And she admitted without hesitation and promised that she would give my money back in a couple of days.
The nanny, Bao Yanfeng, said on the phone that something bad had befallen her.
Falsa para intentar ganar tiempo y consolidar sus privilegios oligárquicos. Que si no es la supuesta libertad. No depende del individuo ser beneficiado o no por tal gracia. Igual pasa con las medidas para reanimar la economía y la agricultura tomada en la isla.
Tons of water have accumulated in the basements of buildings.
You had a contractor like that?
I did. He helped. Currently, there are nearly 500 storage tanks on the plant premises, many as tall as 3-story buildings.
Como entonces podemos crecer como un edificio donde le tienen que poner el fondo.
Para el programa Club de Oyentes, envíen a la siguiente dirección.
What you're listening to right there is sideband. 40-meter sideband ham radio. So you will understand it. This radio does not have sideband.
Subsidies for up to 40 years. That's how cheap it is.
Que se produzca un sistema vivo como es la sociedad y permitimos que se produzca lo que le llamamos orden.
I believe that's Vatican Radio out of Italy.
Offering their offerings and the people practicing their practices to the casual observer.
Okay, that's shortwave straight across the whole frequency range that this radio can receive shortwave, which is from right around 18 megahertz to 5 megahertz. So I just went across the whole band. Shortwave, it's pretty good.
And now, of course,
AM,
the great Carmelite.
pretty good. One thing about these radios, I mean, the radio is completely gone through, but you gotta align these radios. Aligning these radios makes all the difference in the world. Some old radios I got, they sounded good. The receive was good, you know, right from the get go. But so many of them I got, and they were, you know, you turn them on, they were just deaf. And it's because you got to go in there and you got to align the radio. What I did was, if you look at the cabinet, you notice there's still a lot of scratches and a lot of things. The person I'm doing this radio for wanted to keep everything original. She didn't want me to refinish the cabinet the way I normally refinish the cabinet. She wanted to keep everything as original as possible. So I did. The cabinet is not refinished. What I did do is I floated the lacquer that was on the cabinet and took all the cracks and everything, and then I gave it about 6 more coats of lacquer, and then I gave a very good buffing. So that's why you see the finish you see on that radio, even though the wood is completely original. I did not sand it. This is the original stain that was on the radio. All I did was float the lacquer, re-lacquer it, and buff it out. So the glass been completely refinished. The front face been brought back to the brass and then lacquered. So this will never tarnish and get black again because I lacquered the whole thing. So that's good for years. New cloth. Components been all rechanged. New grill. Took me forever to do because of these goddamn buttons. Just took forever. The speaker took forever. And I would like to say the radio's finished, but it's not because it is one knob. So anyone watching this video, if you have this knob, or if you know where I could get this knob, please contact me. I will pay good money for that knob. And that's it. So thanks for checking in.
We've got
for Dr. Kipper. DNA and photos.
When A.J. Feely was traded from Philadelphia to Miami, and so a deal could be put in place.
Think it sounds pretty good. Think it looks pretty good. keeping everything everything original. And that's the Marconi model 166, made in Canada. Thanks for checking in.